Hey, Jay Guy here, and this is my buddy Grover. I've known Grover for many years. How many years have we known each other, Grover? Okay. Now, when I was a little kid, I had a little book. It was called There's a Monster at the End of This Book. When I was a kid, I loved monsters. Anyhow, I had Grover in it from Sesame Street. So we pretty good buddies, right, Grover? Okay. So anyhow, another really good book that I think of it like as a St. Patrick's Day book, like James Joyce's Dubliners or something of that nature, cause it's about a bar. The Tender Bar by J.R. Moehringer. It's one of my very favorite memoirs, and I saw that this book has been made into a movie. Could be on Amazon Prime Time, like in December, and movie theaters in January. And it's a story that really lends itself to a Hollywood script, a Hollywood movie. Kind of like Jeanette Wall's The Glass Castle or Augustin Burroughs' Running with Scissors. It's that kind of book. It's in that high company. Now, J.R. Moehringer, he's the narrator of this book, and he begins the book as this lonely boy who lives in a three-generation house there on the East Coast with his mother, his Uncle Charlie, and his grandparents. And his mother is just his rock, his foundation. But he craves a father too. And the closest that he gets to his father is this unseen character, this elusive, very remote, like a ghost or something, known as the Voice. And the little boy, he puts a transistor radio to his ear at night. See, this is the early 1970s. And he tries to listen to this famous New York disc jockey who is really popular, his dad. Now, I like his description of his father's voice. My father's voice was so deep, so ominous, it made my ribs vibrate and the utensils tremble. That's some damn good writing. So anyhow, the boy's Uncle Charlie works at this pub. He's a bartender at a neighborhood pub, and he and his barfly friends, they fill in and kind of take on the role as dad for this kid, taking him to ball games and things like that. And young JR kind of finds a surrogate family in in the clientele of this bar. Now, at the beginning of the book, he's a 7-year-old boy, but we see over the course of the story as it unfolds, he gets older, goes through adolescence, goes through all the rites of passage that come with growing up, and we see him emerge into college and young adulthood. And it's a coming of age story, and a very good one. Now, Moehringer, today he lives in Denver, Colorado, and he is a national correspondent for the LA Times. He won a Pulitzer Prize for feature writing in the year 2000, and I can only surmise that Moehringer's boyhood exposure to this motley crew of colorful characters really laid the groundwork for his future as a storyteller and feature writer. In this book, he captures the personalities of these eccentric characters. He captures their lingo. He captures the smell of the bar. I really love how he described his Uncle Charlie's girlfriend, a woman named Pat. I'm going to read this to you. She had hair the color of scotch, bright green eyes, and freckles that looked like wet leaves stuck to the bridge of her nose. That's freaking poetry, man. Kind of in a blue-collar style. Now, I really also like this deft description of the voice. Now, when the kid is 8 years old, he talks to his father by telephone for the first time, and we get his impression of that. Then I heard him take a long puff on a cigarette and exhale so hard that I thought a jet of smoke would spurt through the phone. I could hear the smoke in his voice. Thought his voice was smoke. This was how I pictured my father, as talking smoke. That's just some damn good, that is some crackerjack feature writing. Now, I watched the trailer for The Tender Bar on YouTube, and I definitely want to see it. It's directed by George Clooney, and Ben Affleck plays the part of the boy's Uncle Charlie, so you got some big names attached to it. And I just want to see it, you know, like I want to see the Clint Eastwood movie. Probably, no, not more so, but about the same. Anyhow, before I go, I have this KMUW coffee mug. And I love this coffee mug. I got this for making a pledge to the area public radio station when they were making the pledge drive. And I had them withdraw $60 from my account. You know, that's really $5 a month. And it's the most I've ever pledged, you know, because I've been poor all my life. But anyhow, I figure Hulu is $5.99 a month, and Netflix is $9.99 a month. Anyhow, I think $5 is more than fair. So really, it's a great bargain. Anyhow, that's how that goes. Now, I would like to read you a poem like I usually do. You know, that's kind of thing I do, read famous poems. Well, I have got some requests from viewers to read one of my own poems, and I don't know that it's that good, and it might need to be revised some, but I'll just read you this, and we might add on to it, revise it, just make it better in the future. For now, we'll just take it for what it is. And this is a poem called Factory Town. And I really had the name, I just had the name Factory before anything, I'd written anything. I was kind of inspired by my friends in the punk or bluegrass group, Split Lip Rayfield, local famous band. And they have a song that I really like called Factory. So anyhow, I wrote this, Factory Town. Lonely, Dream Inn Motel, industrial roads. Lonely bull riding town like my sweet. Pop, pip, tip, scares you when you're naughty night. Bic light, beer barrel cricket stomp, alleyway, soiled blanket, homesick sway, pop machine hesitation. Sally rocks around the stones of fate. Cap the machine leak, this copulating town. Red lawn rainbows, typewriter ribbons on a drunkard's kitchen table, dead black folds, where lovers go cry suicide, high times in your pipe, cylinder off. Factory smoke and prison wire, naked lady in door, screenway, my savior. Jukebox to smell of Chesterfields, moon boxes in saloon. It's religion town. Get your coffee by collection plate blues. Suitcase click. Dog into business dealing. Dead bone economy. Shut your gut fucker. That be your bong. So anyhow, that's just my poem, and take it for what it is. Well, I've gone longer than I thought I would, but that's okay. I'm Jay Guy, as always, and it's always good to see you. Don't ever change, and just remember what my friends the Eagles said, that so oftentimes it happens that we live our lives in chains, and we never even know we have the key.